what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today, taking a look at Dark Kael. Now, guys, I don't know. I don't know what order to do or when to do guides on any of these Doom Tower champions. How close are you to getting Dark Kael? There's Archmage Helmet, who's a beast. Then there's Akoth the Seared, who's good. Then there's Ryan the Conjurer, who's really good champion. And then is Dark Kael, followed by Gwyneth and Taya. Those are the Doom Tower normal champions right now. So I just unlocked Dark Kael a few days ago. I also just unlocked the 4th Doom Tower hard champion, who's Varl the Destroyer. I've been trying to stay pretty steadfast, and actually I am. I'm pretty caught up to making sure that I have all the champions released. However, with that said, where the heck is Varl? He's an orc, Ash. Come on, bro. With that said, I think I've been holding off on the Doom Tower hard champions because I don't want to do guides on champions that barely any of you guys have. But there is Varl the Destroyer, Gomlock Skyhide, and Uros the Soul Cage that I have not put guides out either for Doom Tower hard. So let me know, when does it make sense for you guys? How far away are you from even thinking about Doom Tower hard champions? Maybe I'll even put out a poll just to get the consensus among you guys, but I would appreciate your feedback in the comments. Always trying to bring timely content to you guys as well, but Dark Kael is so good that I think it warrants getting out in front of, right? Because this guy is, we said he was going to be tremendous when we just looked at his skills.
Look at me! Okay, here's what's happening.
But now that we're having the first shot at actually playing this champion, I can't wait till all of you guys unlock him because he's tremendous in terms of sheer damage that he can put out against bosses primarily. So let's take a quick look at his kit. His A1, first of all, base stats, 14, 13, 1000 defense, 96, pretty good, pretty good. Nothing crazy, a little light on the HP. Defense is okay for an attack-based champion, and his attack is okay, right? On his A1, a 3-time hitter, we're already thinking the best mastery is probably going to be Giant Slayer for this champion in terms of tier 6 options for you guys. So attack 1 enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 35% chance when booked. Definitely worth booking Dark Kael. To instantly activate 2 poisons, or 1 poison and 1 HP burn debuff from the opponent. So that instant tick of activation, you guys already are familiar with how much damage this can put out. Think of champions like Ninja, champions like Sissia Flametongue, champions like Geomancer, champions that have that dynamic, that instant tick can lead up to a ton of damage. And that is happening, or has a chance of happening, on 3 hits on this A1, on top of Giant Slayer. He has let me give you the multipliers here. On his A1, it is a 1.35 multiplier, but it's times 3. Again, decent damage, especially against bosses. On his A2, this is a 4 multiplier. It deals some solid damage. I'm not going to sit here and tell you anything other than that. However, this is his only AoE attack, and, compared to the original Kael, right, the rare Kael, he actually puts out a little bit more damage than Dark Kael. Dark Kael is not really an AoE nuker, although, if you're really struggling to find an area nuker, you could probably do better, but you could use Dark Kael as well. You can put out some solid damage on this A2, but it's more than that. He's not really an AoE nuker, he's just a damage dealer. Attacks all enemies, 3-turn cooldown when booked, has a 100% chance of placing decreased attack for 2 turns on everybody, and then each critical hit also has a 100% chance when booked, again, important you book him, of increasing the duration of all debuffs on the target by 1 turn. This is happening after the decreased attack, so we're going to have decreased attack thanks to this really, really solid A2. It's going to be up there all the time, and again, it's increasing the duration of all debuffs by 1 turn. That's tremendous. So he's increasing duration of poisons, HP burns, everything on the A2. Then he's coming back in here on this A1 and instantly ticking them off for extra damage. Really, really great. A synergy there between the A1 and the A2. And what do you know, the A3 as well has a 100% chance when booked of placing 3 poison debuffs and a poison sensitivity on all targets for 2 turns. Again, he comes back in with the A2 and he can extend the durations of all those abilities. Beautiful. And then his passive here, decreased crit rate of enemies under 2 or more poison debuffs by 15%. Hey, what do you know? 15% just so happens to be the base crit rate, you can see even on Dark Kael, of most enemies and champions in the game. Meaning, a lot of these bosses, clan boss included, that you go against, you'll notice every so often they hit you extra hard. That's them landing a crit. Crit rate doesn't necessarily work for bosses the way you think of it as champions, right? So that's extra damage potential. So that's going to mitigate and really, throw that out there with the 15% crit rate reduction against bosses in the game. So another very handy element to his overall kit. Let's go ahead and jump into how I built him up. I want to show you a really fast dragon run, and he's now a member of my main dragon team, which says a lot because I'm a dirty pay-to-win player, right? I have a lot of options, but Dark Kael is now 1A on that squad, which is really, really cool to see. So I'm even going to be using him in Clan Boss and in my main Dragon 25 team. So the fact that I can use this epic over so many legendary champions that I have, again, I think it speaks volumes to his overall potential and power in the game. Why can't I find him? Because you're blind, Ash, because you're blind. There we go. So Dark Kael, I have him in 2 perception and a speed set. My goal with Dark Kael was to forego crit damage and build him as fast as humanly possible with enough accuracy. I want to build him to be able to take a hit. I'm not building him for the arena. Again, if you wanted to do that, go ahead and throw crit damage on the gauntlets. Go ahead and pick up Helm Smasher Mastery. Optimize his attack instead of his defense. But again, there's so many better AoE nukers. I probably wouldn't even consider that build, but hey, that's just me. Do what works for you. But what I did was, sure, I still wanted to have 100% crit rate, but I'm sacrificing crit damage to make sure the accuracy and the speed is up to snuff. And I'm even sacrificing some attack because, again, for me, I want those Giant Slayer procs. I want more poisons, more poison sensitivity, and more increasing the duration of all debuffs off of that A2. So I built him for speed. Overall stats, you guys just saw it, but again, 251. Tried to go for some defense, right? Let's build him for clan boss. Let's build him for bosses as well. And with this sort of a build, you can still use him anywhere. You can still use him in the arena if you wanted to, but primarily against Dragon, against Ice Golem, against any boss in the game, anybody susceptible to poison in the game, you can run him with this sort of a build. You're still going to put out an extreme amount of damage and also be able to stay alive and take a hit, right? So I have, with that said, crit rate, I believe, on the gauntlets. We have defense percentage on the chest. You can go attack if you want to just go all out speed run. We have speed on the boots, and then we have just looking for more speed, accuracy, and speed and accuracy as my substats. That's what I'm looking for on all of these substats, on all these artifacts. So in terms of masteries, I already told you guys, but I went and picked up Giant Slayer. I think it's a no-brainer for this champion. You definitely want to go Giant Slayer over War Master on him. Really, you can go Helm Smasher again if you're using him as an AoE nuker, but I think he's better served with Giant Slayer. And then going up and picking up your sniper ability, increase that A1 to a 40% chance. So sniper is going to be really important. And then the Master Hexer as well, increasing the duration of the poison sensitivity and all the debuffs, decrease attack and poison. So bringing a lot to the table with Sniper, Master Hexer. I would definitely pick up these tier 5s in the support tree. Also went with Evil Eye and with Lore of Steel to boost his stats off of these perception and speed artifact sets that we have him in. So let's go ahead and show this dude in action here, guys. I want to start out with this dragon team that I was pumping up. This is my main dragon team now, guys, on Dragon 25. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. We have kind of the Seer, Rinse, and Repeat on the first 2 waves with Kymar resetting the abilities, and then Dark Kael and Bad Alcazar are just going to go absolutely ham against the dragon. Keep in mind that Bad Alcazar has this passive. All allies inflict 20% more damage against targets under poison, so that's great synergy with Dark Kael as well. Again, this is a very endgame team. What I'll do is I'll show you this. I'll show you my clan boss team, and then we'll put them on a team of more like, well, see, people, when they unlock Dark Kael, I mean, geez, you probably have pretty solid champions and pretty solid teams already. I'm not going to say that you're, super, super endgame, but, and that's just A2, guys. You can see the increased duration of all the abilities. We bleed through both of those waves. But what I was trying to say is by the time that you unlock Dark Kael, you have some champions, right? Because you've had to, get enough secret rooms cleared on normal to, unlock him. So, with that said, I'll show you him on like a mid-game team as well to end things out. I'll show you him, I don't know, in Fire Knight. Why not? You can use him in Fire Knight because he has a 3-hitter on his A1. So here we go, guys. Look at how fast this dragon is going down here. I mean, look at all those poisons, poison sensitivity. He comes back in. He increases durations. He decreases with A1. Let's see what he does here. He's up right there. Again, that was his A2. Look at, boom, immediately increasing all those durations. Poisons are ticking off even faster than ever because of the A1 as well. Man, just absolute stud here. I mean, he's bringing a lot to the table, right? This next one, okay, I was going to say the dragon should be very close. Just one sliver. If we had killed the dragon right there, it might have been our new fastest time. So there we go, 1:14, and Dark Kael putting out 1.6 million. Most of that all against the dragon, just off of all those poisons. So, wow. Well done, Dark Kael, on a level 25 dungeon. Really shined against the dragon with all those poisons, activations, and whatnot. So let's go ahead and sell this. I want to show you him on my clan boss team. This is the incredible thing about this, is this team is not speed tuned at all.
Hello, everyone.
Why am I going to Doom Tower? My speed tune right now is all off because of the faction guardians, right? So my speeds are all off. Some of them have the extra speed, some of them don't. So I have to really go back in there and take a long, hard look at everything, or consider maybe even dropping some faction guardians that affect my clan boss team, because I don't know if I have the artifacts to like reduce 10 speed exactly on those champions. I'm sure some of you guys can probably relate to that that dilemma there. So I've already done Ultra Nightmare. I did it with Dark Kael on the team. You guys can see the team that I used. It was Krisk. Again, not speed tune, which is impressive. So I 2-keyed it for around 40 to 50 million per key, and on Ultra Nightmare, and I did it without speed tuning, which is pretty incredible. So let's go ahead and go to Nightmare and just see what we can do. And the only reason I say Nightmare is I already used 2 keys for Ultra Nightmare A and its Force Affinity. So that was Dark Kael putting out damage against a negative affinity matchup. So let's go Nightmare here. I'm not going to show you the entire run. I'm just going to go ahead and buy a clan boss key, which feels very dirty to do. And then I'm just going to see how much damage you can put out here on this team. So unfortunately, no aura on Dark Kael and no aura on this team at all that applies to clan boss. So I'm going to set this team up, and we're just going to see how much damage it can do here with all of those poisons and poison sensitivities and the decreased attack, which is nice to have. So I will be right back. So guys, as we approach 50 million, just wanted to check in with you all. Look at his A1 there. Look at all those extra ticks of damage. Those are ticks of poison and or HP burn, plus Giant Slayer Masteries. This guy's going to deal an insane amount of damage on this run. And here, he's going to come in with his A2 right now, I believe. Yep, and you can see the increased buff or debuff duration on the 5 debuffs on there on the clan boss already. So again, the synergy between the A3 coming in, increasing the duration of those poisons, beautiful. Be right back. All right, guys, so not too bad at all. 21 million damage from Dark Kael, man. Just really absolutely shredding the clan boss there on Nightmare. I think he's going to be a great component to any poison team on obviously Dragon or clan boss, as we've shown you guys so far. So let's show him on just kind of a, I don't know, a more accessible team. So let me go ahead and make a Fire Knight team for you guys. We'll try Fire Knight 24 or 25. Let's just try 25 because the affinity is Spirit anyway. So I'll come back at you guys when we assemble the squad. All right, guys, we're going to give this team a try.
I mean, what were you expecting?
With Armina, so the Drakes, Allure, Cold Heart, and Dark Kael on Fire Knight 25. I actually don't think any of these champions have an aura. That's kind of unfortunate, but whatever. Let's see if we can go ahead and get through these waves specifically with this team. I'm not worried about this team on Fire Knight 25. I'm not worried about the squad getting, or once we get to the Fire Knight, I'm worried about getting through these waves. So let's see if we can get the job done here. Thankfully, Armina and so the Drakes paired together are a great synergy because Armina does things if the enemies are already stunned. So like kind of chain locking them with stun and turn meter reduction is going to be really important here. And so far, so good, right? I mean, we're taking care of these waves. We're making it look pretty easy. And again, extending the duration of those debuffs on the A2 is providing a lot of helpful, even in terms of just keeping those debuffs, or keeping the decreased speed, excuse me, and keeping them CC'd long enough, right, for our team to just keep going and going and going. I mean, look at this. This is really nice, right? I mean, like, the enemies, if they can't go, Ash, they're not going to be killing our team, are they? Isn't this a cool synergy here? Because, you know, we do have one legendary in Syl. She's, you know, more accessible than arguably a couple of the other champions on this team. But the nice thing about it is, let's see if the same thing happens in the second wave. Normally I just cut to the boss here, but I mean, we have a lot of crowd control on this squad, right? I didn't see like barely anybody even take a turn on that first wave. Can we continue it here on this second wave? Oh my god. One shot from Vrask. That's all it needed, man. Enemies just took... Oof, Cold Heart, you are squishy. You are very squishy.
I'm sleeping. What do you think's going on?
The good news is we're going to be just fine here because So the Drake is going to be able to revive her. So, hey guys, I think this team is going to be really, really solid here. And again, Dark Kael is going to be an important part of that. We built him tankier, so we don't have to worry about him dying as well. He's more of the, out of all these champions on this team, next to Syl, he's like the second tankiest on the entire squad, and he's going to be dealing probably the most damage along with Cold Heart. So I'm going to come back at you guys when we actually get to the Fire Knight here, but so far, so good. All right, guys, so here we are at the Fire Knight. I did not get off auto, so this team is completely auto right now. But I like the team because it seems like, I don't want to jinx it, but it seems like it would be a dependable 100% win rate, and that's all I really care about. I don't care if it takes a little bit longer. If this takes 5 minutes, so be it. I don't think it will even take that long, though. I don't know if the Fire Knight will ever get a turn here. With Allure on the squad, I think Allure and Cold Heart's A3 will be able to keep this shield down the entire battle, and just a matter of just chipping away here. So, obviously, even the A1, even though we're not landing any more poisons, the A1's still going to be causing them to tick, right? So let's pay attention right here. That was the A3. Which is nice because usually when he has his shield down, the poisoners on your team, they're not really going to be helping you because he's never going to take a turn. But again, the increased buff duration, that doesn't really matter. I guess it matters in the sense that he's extending the A1. But again, we're going to get those instant ticks off of that A1 right now. So here we go. Boom. And again, look at that. 67K, 67K. Not too bad. What a squad! So guys, you know, I think suffice it to say, Dark Kael has lived up to my expectations, or Dark Kael, as Plarium calls him. Very weird about that. But either way, man, he's lived up to my expectations. Again, the damage carry on this team, Armina put out 1.2 in second place there. So not bad at all. I really like this team. I like the synergy on this team. And again, Dark Kael really gets it done in multiple areas against bosses. Nice to have the 3-time hitter and clan boss, dragon, everywhere. This guy's really, really unique and one of my favorite epics inside the entire game. He's worth your books. He's worth your chicken. He's worth your food. He's worth everything. Definitely pour your resources into Dark Kael. I don't think you guys will be dissatisfied once you get your hands on him. So guys, I'm going to end the video where I started it. Where are you in terms of unlocking Secret Room or Doom Tower champions? Is it even a priority for you guys, or do you not even care? You know, eventually you'll get these champions, but you're not even focused on Doom Tower, making sure that you get every Secret Room that you possibly can. Guys, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching till the end, and as always, take care, guys.